fail. All right, my friends, 20-minute little run done on race day. Just getting the blood, the lactic buildup in my legs flushed out. Got some work done this morning with the boys, working on the coaching and everything to come. Now, I'm gonna get rinsed off, go check in at the HYROX venue, hang out with the Manly friends. If you haven't checked out Manly, I'm invested in their company at Get Manly on Instagram, GETMNLY. That's the plan as we mosey on through another race day. I ran in barefoot shoes just to get the juices flowing, keep the storyline going for the speed project in a couple weeks. But it's race shoes tonight. Add it up really quick. This is a massive event. This is way bigger than any other event that I've been to. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna do 10 steps, take 2 deep breaths, 10 steps. Yeah, and then like wall balls, this is all advice from like, what's going on? Just get the lay of the land. How are you? Good. Like to hear that. That's fucking huge, man. Do you know if it's 1 lap or 2 laps? That's definitely no. Isaiah, very nice to meet you.
I'm doing mine tomorrow because I'm talking to the Air Force, and by the time so right now I'm just doing tomorrow one part, but this will be my 4th time doing it.
4th time?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I just saw you honestly just dancing to a workout, and your smile was just contagious. Like, this
Thank you.
Cool.
I appreciate that.
Still want to do the opening, the HYROX? Like, sure, but I want to do a partner. Like, yeah, I'll do it with you.
There you go. You're the experienced veteran. I love it. Well, it's very nice to meet you.
Sweaty and nasty.
No, you're good.
Bro, I saw you on the run, and I was instantly just like, dude, your videos encourage me all the time.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Hilarious, funny, encouraging, and so.
What's your name?
Abe.
Abe?
Yes.
Very nice to meet you.
I watched you when I started losing like 100 pounds.
Holy cow.
And so I started watching, and I was like, bro, I gotta be an athlete someday. And then got into it. Now I'm a fitness coach, coaching people.
Oh my God.
But I watch your stuff all over Snapchat, Insta, and all that. I'm like, bro, I die. The days I don't want to do it, I'm like, I gotta go.
That hits me deep. Yeah, thank you.
So what time are you going today?
6:20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What are you shooting for?
Honestly, I'd be happy. So my first one was a 112. I'd love like a 108.
Yeah.
But I haven't really done much training for HYROX specific. I don't know if you saw, I'm running the barefoot marathon.
Yeah.
So I've only been training in barefoot shoes.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see to throw those exact shoes on.
Yeah, my buddy was
goes.
training in those, and then he switched and all that. So,
that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
You're already a coach and
gets
everything.
me going, and so that's what I tell people. Yo, if you can laugh during the workout, get it done. So.
Fitness should be fun for everybody.
Oh yeah,
Welcoming,
I appreciate it. Can you grab a photo? How are we, bro?
Good to see you. Let's go out and slow, dude. How do you feel?
I feel good. I mean, honestly, I was telling her, I was like, I'm nervous, but I'm honestly like, I just don't know like what to expect.
Yeah, I'm like starting to run. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna miss this thing.
Dude, the sleds are brutal.
Yeah,
you're running all the lactic acid.
I'm sure your training is great.
I've been training like 3 pretty hard sessions a week for the past 4 or 5 weeks. So.
That's probably optimal. I was going 5 or 6 days and completely hated my training by the end of it. All right, my friends. So, just got a little lay of the land. Went to hang out with the Manly crew. Kind of give Cooper a little tour of how this thing's gonna go down. But that is the biggest venue that I've been to yet. Normally you're running 2 laps before you go to the station. This one you're gonna run a full lap and a quarter lap from my understanding, but I'll figure that math equation out once we get in there. But for now, it's 12:48. We're gonna go back to the hotel, kick the feet up, then grab some lunch after, start getting ready for the race. And then by about 5:30, start warming up. And it would be time to have a little fun. Also, seeing some of the people in there, just like, I don't like to say fan, but friends that follow me on these platforms, I just have to say, it makes my day. It is the best feeling in the world to interact with you guys in person. It's literally like, it's fun to do everything on social media behind a camera, but the reason why I started this was because somebody changed my life by being on a camera, on a microphone, and I've always said, if somebody could do that for me, I would hope that I could do the same for at least one human being every day. So to see that, feel that, there's nothing that compares. So just a quick moment of gratitude for you. No way. All right, so the pre-race routine would be to get quite a bit of rice and some lean protein, and there's a Sweet Green here, which is my favorite restaurant ever, and it's closed. So I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do for a pre-race meal. It's one of the biggest and most important pieces of the race, so I don't cramp up, which I did on the first HYROX, and it was not a good result.
So what are we doing now?
We're audibling, we're Googling, trying to find, there's not much around here in Houston besides HYROX, I've come to find. We found a place. It's called Federal American Grill. I was actually recommended this place, so it looks like they have some bowls. Hopefully I can ask for some rice, triple chicken, and we'll be on our way. All right, so we found a blackened chicken bowl. We've got some corn salsa in here, double chicken, there's double rice underneath, avocado, a little bit of vinaigrette, and yeah, we're about to dive in. I'm just editing a pre-race routine video to post, because we're always working. That's the DJ getting after it. I had no clue what was happening. I wish we would have had that on camera.
What just happened?
I tried to sit on this seat and it slid, and this whole thing just tipped over. I literally fell in between the cracks off the platform backwards.
You know what's so annoying about
it took my breath away.
It's gonna wear off a little bit.
That's 20 times better than
Yeah,
Let's make some magic happen here. You know how to do it.
All right, my friends, it's time to go into the start line, get in the tunnel, do a little breathing exercises, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and I'll see you on the other side. Let's go. But man, it feels good to stand on the stage and just soak it all in. That's probably what you saw me doing. Just looking at the crowd. Take a moment and just be grateful that I have a body to be able to do this kind of stuff. You reflect and you see the goal, you set a goal, and maybe you don't get it, maybe you crush it, but at the end of the day, if you can have the same feeling of gratitude, it's pretty powerful. So don't forget to smile. It is the next morning, post HYROX, about to get in the Uber, head back to Nashville, and just upon reflection of the race, and I've got all my splits here in the app. I think first overall, the idea that we really get worked up about achieving a goal, setting a goal, achieving it, and while that is way more fun than falling short, at the end of the day, I think yesterday as I was standing on stage looking out over the whole crowd, I always do that at the end of a race and just kind of take in the moment, and all I could think about was the fact that all these people are here and we all have a body, and we should remember to be grateful for the fact that we can do these things and push ourselves to a limit that we might not think we are capable of. And as I was kind of in that moment, I was like, dang, this really sucks. But I wasn't surprised. The amount of training that I put into it, HYROX specific work, was very low. Transparently, the last race I ran, which was the doubles, I felt incredible. And I had been running about 50 miles a week. Right now, I'm only at about 25 miles a week, and that's in barefoot shoes, mixed with the running or the biking and the aerobic capacity, because we're training for something completely different. And ultra marathon is so much different than the anaerobic fast twitch muscle fibers of a HYROX event, right? So with that said, it's pretty encouraging to know that I've trained for 6 weeks for my initial HYROX and had a time that was 18 seconds slower than this time, but still didn't get my goal. My goal was 108, and although I didn't get that goal, I did improve a little bit, and once the next feet is up, it'll be time to really hone in on running, because as I look at my splits, that is where I need the most work. I'm still averaging a 4-minute and 30-second kilometer pace, but I really would like to get that down to about 4 minutes, which is a lot. And then my workouts looked great. Definitely could improve on the sled pull, definitely could improve on the burpees. The burpees crushed me this time. Last time it was one of my better stations, this time, not so much. But that said, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. The Uber should be rolling up here in just about a minute. And it's on to the next feat. The speed project, I'm taking off from Santa Monica Pier, not next week, but the week after. When you're watching, it'll be this will be the week after. But Santa Monica, straight to Las Vegas, barefoot shoes, 340 miles, and then right after that, a little sneak peek, but I'm climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. So I'll see you next time. Have an awesome freaking day, and don't forget to smile.